Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's episode of Today in Quarantine. I'm your host, Renee Cross, coming to you live from Lincoln, Nebraska, where the grass is constantly being cut by people who don't want tall grass. So, today is June 3rd, 2020. Today is episode 75, which seems like a thing that normal podcasts would celebrate. But it's a podcast about being in COVID-19 and quarantine, so it's like, yay, 75. But some number facts about 75. 75 is 3 times 25, 5 times 15. Yeah, 5 times 15. And that's a great number. 3/4 of the way to 100. So there you go. Yeah. So today there are, it's Wednesday. For me personally, it's been kind of like a rough day. Just it wasn't a great start to the day essentially, but it's gotten better. It's gotten better thanks to some friends who have reached out and talked to them. Also, I had the opportunity to be on a praise team to record for church today, and that feeling of like singing with people is one that I never want to forget because it's just so empowering to be in a situation where you can sing with other people and make some noise, make some music. And I forget. I think I take for granted how good that of a feeling that is. So, um, yeah, to make music with people. That's why I do what I do. To make music with people. It's great. Yeah. Anyway, so that just kind of lifted my spirits for the day. Also, right before this, I went on Facebook and found out that the other three police officers who were standing around during the death of George Floyd last week, they have been charged and taken into custody. So there's another reason for us to celebrate today. So standing up, speaking out, it works. It works, everybody. It works. So, yeah. So there's some encouraging things for today. Yeah. What else is done in quarantine? Today I jumped not one but two cars with my car. Bought some jumper cables because for me personally, I have a battery pack that I carry around with me, and it's like a jumper pack, so I can just jump my car whether or not there's another car there, which is fine. But I don't have actual jumper cables until today when I actually had to jump a car because the other person, like my battery pack, was not strong enough to jump their car. So fun times, fun times. And I finally got out of my fourth school, which I went there and they had like redone the floor of this place of my on the stage where my classroom was, and so they'd moved everything. So I hope I got everything out. I'm not like a stuff person, so I didn't have a ton of things on stage. Um, and I was hoping to just kind of clear up a little bit, but everything was just in a different place, so I was unable to do a lot. But that's okay. So yeah, I'm kind of all done with LPS now, which is crazy and sad and scary to think about. And on to new things. Out with the old, in with the new, as they say in High School Musical. So yeah, that's kind of been today. Yeah. What things are keeping you going in these crazy times with COVID and racial unrest? What things are lifting you up? Like I said earlier, one thing that's kind of lifted my spirits up today is being able to sing with other people, which I always forget how great of a spirits booster that is for me personally. So what things are keeping you going? And let me know in the chat what things are keeping you going. Um, what other things are keeping me going? Cooking. Sometimes I get tired of cooking, but making something is exciting. I think I mentioned the other day that I picked some things out of my garden, which is exciting. Um, and it tasted pretty good. And just making food. Last night I actually made some apple pie. Um, totally botched the crust, but made a great filling, um, which wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. But if you follow the directions of a recipe, it should be easy, which is something I need to tell myself, to follow the directions of a recipe. Um, I did not make the crust from scratch, but I did make the pie filling from scratch. Some 5 apples, sugar, water, spices, and lemon juice. It was pretty good. And I had a pie crust that I think one of my old roommates left behind at our old apartment, and she just left it, and so we had it. And so I was just gonna make pie filling. Then my roommate was like, "Why don't you just make an apple pie? We have a crust." And I was like, "Yeah, sure." So I didn't know what to do. It's a graham cracker pre-made crust. I was like, "Okay, sure." So I just took the pie filling that I made and dumped it into the crust, and I thought that was the way to make apple pie with a pie crust like that. Apparently, you're supposed to egg wash the middle of the crust, or egg wash the inside of the crust, and then bake it for a little bit before you put the pie filling in it, so that it actually sticks together. Now I know. So that was exciting. Yeah, I'd never made pie before either, Charmaine. Um, but it turned out pretty good. I mean, it's really crumbly. We put some granola. We crushed up some granola and put it on top of the pie to create a crumble. So it's essentially just a really crumbly apple pie or apple crumble. But yeah, it's an interesting texture. What's on top and what's on the bottom. So it's pretty good. It was a good break to talk to my roommate a little bit and make some pie and cook and try some new things. So yeah, exciting times. Good times to be alive. Yeah. So today in Lincoln, again, it is hot. It's not as hot as it was yesterday, I don't think. It's hard to tell because I drove a little bit this morning, and now I biked a little bit today. But sorry, but it wasn't as nearly as hot today as it was yesterday. Maybe it's the humidity. But man, the weather just kind of cranked it up because last week was just kind of meh, rainy, cloudy, 50s, 60s. Now it's 90. So that's fun. So now it's time for your favorite your favorite section of this. And don't lie to me, that's really why you come to the show, is to hear the dad jokes. So I've got some good ones for you today. I'm writing a book about gardening and different spices, and it's about time. Because thyme is a herb, and yeah. Anyway, oh, this one's cute. It's just from Reddit. Some person's younger daughter made this up. Why do fishes swim in salt water? Because pepper would make them sneeze. Aw, that was good. That was good. As I was doing laundry the other day, I was walking up my laundry machines are in the basement, and I had everything folded and was bringing it up the stairs, and I tripped and I just watched everything unfold. Oh boy. That one was really, really corny. But that's what you have. What has 4 wheels and flies? A garbage truck. Oh man. Oh man. Here's another one for you. How or what is red and white? No, black and white and red all over. It's black and white and red all over. A sunburnt penguin. And to respond to my mom, no, I have not fixed my dryer yet. I've been doing mostly air drying, and my roommate's been doing laundry somewhere else. So fun times. But yeah, it's gonna kind of be a short episode today. I don't have too much to say today. But here's just some encouragement to go out and find something to lift your spirits a little bit, whether it's singing, maybe by yourself, or with a recording, or maybe with other people. Be encouraged in some way today. Lift up your spirits. Smile. Look up some dad jokes. Send them to me so I can say them here on the show. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow in quarantine for another episode of Today in Quarantine. Bye, everybody.